Hello, hello, and good morning, yogis. Welcome to our Monday morning Vinyasa practice. It is wonderful to have you here. Today, it is Veterans Day in the US and Remembrance Day in Canada. Maybe where you are, you're celebrating your veterans and those who serve and protect our freedom, not only us, but globally even. And it's just such an important thing to be appreciative and aware of. And I am so, so deeply thankful and grateful to those that serve and protect. My name is Jill Entignap, and I am the lead trainer of Yogi Institute, the founder of Yogi Institute, an online yoga school and yoga studio. And I'm super happy to have you here with me. This is Nellie. She's a yogi too. She likes to join classes sometimes. So for today's practice, you may want to have a block available at the top of your mat. And we're going to start our practice in child's pose. Coming to the backs of your mats, big toes come to touch, knees come out as wide as feels comfortable in your body today as you start to walk your fingers forward and let your forehead rest down on the mat. I invite you to close down your eyes, spread your fingers out wide, maybe let the elbows fall a little bit wide, and start to become aware of your breath. Start to feel the inhale expand and the exhale release. Maybe you can sink the hips a little bit more back and reach the fingers a little bit more forward, feeling a little bit more traction through your side body. Start to feel into the groundedness of this pose, feeling into the different connection points to the floor, the palms, the elbows, maybe the shins, the tops of the feet. And I invite you to connect to gratitude this morning. Grateful for your freedom, whatever that looks like where you are, whatever that means to you. We'll start to become aware of the breath, feel the inhale expand and exhale release. Vinyasa means breath movement. So as we move our body, we move with our breath. So setting that intention right here, right now, let's take a deep breath in through the nose, fill the belly, fill the lungs, and open mouth, exhale, breathe it out, let it go. And again, big breath in through the nose, fill the belly, fill the lungs, fully expand, and open mouth, exhale, breathe it out. Bringing your lips to press, activating your Ujjayi breath, inhales and exhales through the nose. You can gently press your tongue against the roof of your mouth to create some restriction in the back of your throat. Ujjayi means to control or restrict, and that's exactly what we want to do as we move breath to movement, keeping that breath awareness at the forefront of our practice. Setting that intention to link breath to movement, and maybe reflecting on what freedom is to us. Press yourself forward into a tabletop position, stacking shoulders over wrists, knees under hips. Let's let the shoe or the toes press into the floor as we sink the hips back to the heels and then press the body over the wrists. Sink the hips back to the heels. Feel that in the arches, and then sink the body over the wrists. One more. Sink the hips back. Bring the body forward. Come back to neutral. Let the tops of the feet press into the mat. Coming into our cat-cow. Inhale, arch the spine, lift the gaze, shine the chest forward. Exhale, round the spine, head hangs heavy, press through the palms, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale as you arch and lift. Exhale as you press, tuck the chin to the chest, draw the belly button to the spine. Take two more. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, round, press. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, round, press. Come to neutral. Let's shift our hips over to the right, gaze over the right shoulder. Come back through neutral, shift the hips over to the left, gaze over the left shoulder. Back through center on an inhale. Exhale, gaze over the right shoulder, hips to the right. Back through center, gaze over the left shoulder, hips to the left. Come back through center. Let's inhale, sweep the right arm up. And then exhale, sweep that under, but don't touch the floor, just reach to the ceiling. Inhale up. Exhale, reach to the ceiling. Inhale up. Exhale, reach to the ceiling. Inhale that arm back up. Let's reach it back and reach it forward. And reach it back and reach it forward as we let that hand come down to the mat. Switching it out, left hand comes high, open through the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, reach that left hand toward the ceiling, lift the gaze to the ceiling. And inhale, lift. And exhale, reach. And inhale, lift. And exhale, reach. Inhale, lift. Let's reach it back and reach it forward. Reach it back and reach it forward. Let that hand come down. Take a moment, set your tabletop up nice and sturdy. Keeping the spine neutral, tuck your chin to your chest and gently roll the ear toward the right and the left, letting the head shift from side to side, starting to open up through that neck. Shift the chin through center, parallel the face to the floor. Let's gaze over to the right side. Come back through center and then gaze over to the left side. Come back through center. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Let's walk the hands a handprint forward. As we sink the hips down, lift the toes, lift the gaze, shine the chest forward. Exhale, press all the way back into your child's pose. Inhale as you come forward, arching the spine, lifting the gaze, lift the toes, press back, child's pose. Inhale, come forward, lift the toes, lift the gaze, press back, child's pose. Back to that neutral tabletop position, knees underneath the hips. Let's take our right foot, send it out behind us, roll out that ankle. Take the right foot, send it straight out to the right, plant the toes down, plant the foot down, and let's shift from front to back. Feeling into that hip. Let's take that right foot, send it forward, coming into a low lunge. You can keep your hands down. Maybe you bring your hands onto your knee. Maybe you clasp your hands behind your back and open up through the chest. Maybe you can come onto the tiptoes of that front foot, drawing the shoulder blades together. Come down on that front heel. Let the hands come down. Send the right foot back out behind you. Press through your heel. Let's pulse that leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the knee come down. Extend the left foot out. Roll out the ankle. Point and flex the foot. Send it out to the left. Plant the toes forward. Let's shift front to back. Feel into that left hip. Take the toes, send them back forward in between the hands, coming into that low lunge. Can sink the hips forward, keeping the hands down on the floor. Maybe you want to bring them to your knee. Maybe you want to sweep them behind the back, clasping them behind you, drawing the shoulder blades together, lifting through the chest. Let the hands come back down. Send that left foot straight back out behind you. Press through your heel. Flex through that foot. Let's pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that knee down. Flip your toes. Press your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. As we come into this down dog, let's start to pedal out the feet, bending into one knee, bending into the other. Really spreading the fingers out wide. Hands are shoulder width distance. Feet are a little bit closer at hip width distance. Let's find some stillness as we sink the heels down and press the chest toward the thighs. Hips are nice and elevated here. Take a deep breath. Maybe there's some room to sink the chest a little bit closer to the thighs, feeling that length. Maybe you can sink the heels down a little bit more toward the floor. Look forward, step forward. Let's stay hinged forward. Bring the feet together. Let the head hang heavy. Let the hands drape down, letting the upper body be heavy. Maybe there's a bend in the knees. Know that you don't have to have your legs straight. Feeling into the space through the back line of the body. Big breaths. Take that bend in the knees and slowly start to rise up, coming into our mountain pose. Setting our mountain up nice and sturdy. You can tuck that tailbone under and get nice and tall from the tailbone through the crown of the head. Let's roll the palms forward and then inhale the shoulders up to the ears and exhale, roll them back and down. And inhale as you lift and exhale as you lower. And inhale as you lift and exhale as you lower. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead, extend your mountain, palms can touch. Let's bend to the right, opening up through the left side body. Inhale back through center. Exhale, bend to the left, open up through the right side body. Inhale back through center. Exhale, left hand forward, right hand back, gaze back, reach back. Inhale back through center. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand back, gaze back, reach back. Inhale back through center. Let's take a baby back bend as we arch through the spine, shifting the hips forward, lifting the gaze, and exhale, forward fold. Ride that breath all the way down. See if you can use your core all the way down. Inhale to your halfway lift, hands to shins. We're going to pause here for a couple breaths as we sink the hips back, lengthening the crown forward. Take another big breath in. Exhale, come into that forward fold, plant your hands, step your feet back into your high plank. If you really want to work that deep core, I encourage you to zip the legs up together nice and tight, squeezing the legs together. Notice how that engages through the glutes. Press through the palms. Let's inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale as you lower to a hover or all the way down. Really squeeze the elbows into the side body. Unflip the toes, press through the palms, upward facing dog. And then exhale, press back, downward facing dog. So good. Let's run through that one more time. This is our chaturanga or our vinyasa flow. Inhale, come forward, zip those legs up together, engage through the glutes. See if you can keep the body as one as you lower down, squeezing the elbows in, unflip the toes, press through the palms, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. Shift forward and come down onto your forearm plank. Coming down onto those forearms, sink the booty down. Engage through the glutes. Squeeze the legs together. With that forearm plank, shift the hips up and start to walk your legs towards your hands, coming into our dolphin pose. Gazes forward. Let's lift the right leg up and lower. Lift the left leg up and lower. Walk your feet back to that plank pose. Come up onto the hands, high plank. Press back, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high, bend your knees, stack your hips, open up your body to the right. Sink your left heel down into the floor, pointing the right knee to the ceiling. Look between your hands, slowly, gently, right foot swings all the way through, low runner's lunge. Take a moment here, shift forward, and then shift back, staying on the ball mound of that back foot, maybe drawing the forehead toward the shin. Then sink forward into that runner's lunge. Sink back into, this is an extended pyramid pose, drawing the forehead down. Sink forward, stacking the knee over the ankle. Check in that that front foot is pointed straight forward. Back heel pops down to a 45-degree angle. As you inhale, rise to your warrior one. Spin the pinkies in, draw the shoulders back and down. To help engage and activate through this pose, the back foot, outside edge of the foot presses in, press into the big toe on the front foot. Take a big breath in. Exhale, sweep the hands back. Let's draw those palms toward one another. Lengthen the crown forward. Inhale, sweep the arms back up. Exhale, open up to your warrior two. Just that back foot pivots. The front foot can stay exactly where it is. Heel to arch alignment with the feet. Sometimes a line on your mat down the center line can make it really helpful for you to find that alignment. The front knee is stacked over the front ankle. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. Arms are straight and strong. Really strong warrior one, warrior two. Flip the palms, palm facing up. Let's straighten through the front leg. Reach up, look up, palms touch. And sink back in. Coming into our reverse warrior, back hand comes down, front hand comes up. Lift the gaze. Inhale here. Exhale as you come into your extended side angle, right elbow, right knee, left hand reaches forward. Lengthen through that whole side body. Lift your gaze to the ceiling. Let's bring that left hand down, bump up on the back toes, reach your right hand high for a twisted lunge. Lifting your gaze. Take the front hand down, squaring the front foot. Pop the back foot forward. We'll come into that pyramid pose as we really plant the back foot down and draw the crown toward the floor, the forehead toward the shin. We're going to come into our half moon. This is where we want to use that block in front of us. I actually need to shift back on my mat. Lift the back leg, plant the right hand on the block. Press through the heel, you got it. Press through that heel, lift the left hand high. Lift your gaze. Engage here, press through that heel, you got it. 3, 2, let's bring the top hand down. See if you can keep the leg lifted and bring that leg down to meet the front leg as we rise up into our mountain pose. We'll run through that on the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift, hands to shins, sink the hips back, lengthen the crown forward. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step your feet back, take it through that vinyasa flow, chaturanga. Lower on the exhale, inhale into the upward facing. Exhale into the downward facing dog. Ground down into the right foot, left leg lifts. Bend the knees, stack the hips, opening up the body to the left. Really ground down into that foot, gaze underneath the left armpit. Look between your hands, slowly, gently. That foot comes through, coming into that low runner's lunge. Stay on the ball mount of the back foot. Let's straighten through the front leg, draw the forehead toward the shin. Sink forward into that lunge. Press back, forehead to shin. Sink into that low lunge. Stack your knee over your ankle. Pop your back heel down. Inhale as you rise to your warrior one, checking in with your foundation. Front foot is pointed straight forward. Back foot's at that 45. Hips and shoulders are squared forward. Reach through your fingers, spin the pinkies in, draw the shoulders back and down. Press into the outside edge of the back foot, the big toe on the front foot. Let's inhale here. Exhale, sweep the hands back. Draw the hands together. Lengthen the crown forward. You got it. Inhale your arms back up overhead. Exhale, let's open up to our warrior two. Paralleling the back foot to the back side of the mat, heel to arch alignment, knees over the ankles, shoulders over the hips. Let's flip the palms, palm facing up as we reach from fingertip to toe, gazes forward. Inhale, straighten the front leg, lift the palms up, reach up, look up. Come back down into that warrior two. Flip the back palm down, back hand comes down, front hand comes up, reaching straight up. Feel that space and length. Left elbow, left knee, right hand reaches forward, lengthen through the side body. Lift your gaze, helping to square the shoulders off. Take that lifted hand, bring it down, bump up on your back toes. Left hand comes high for that twisted lunge. Lift your gaze. Let the front hand, top hand come down. Pop that back foot way forward into our pyramid pose. So the front leg is straight, back foot is kind of at a 45, and we're going to draw the forehead toward the shin. Shift forward, putting the weight into the front foot, lift the back foot up. Find that block in front of you. You want your left hand down, right hand up, press through your heel, lift through your gaze. Maybe you fall out, get right back in. Find that stability in your half moon. Press through that heel. Let's bring the lifted hand, bring it down. Top leg comes down. Come back to that forward fold. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Plant the hands down, step the feet back to that high plank. Holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's do some shoulder taps. Right hand, left shoulder, left hand, right shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's take it through our vinyasa. Inhale into your upward. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a full breath out as you look forward, step forward, rise to your mountain pose. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Let's heel toe the feet out, bringing the heels off the mat, the heels on, toes off. As we inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, and exhale, sink into that squat. You can grab your block and place it underneath your bottom if that helps you to get into this yogi squat. Elbows can hook to the inside edge of the knees. Tuck that tailbone under, get nice and tall through the crown of the head. And take a deep breath in and a full breath out. One more deep breath in, full breath out. If you place that block down there, remove the block. Let your bottom come all the way down. Plant your hands behind you. Send your feet out in front of you. Let's take a moment to windshield wiper out the legs. And then extend the legs out long. Inhale the arms up overhead and exhale, fold forward. Take a couple deep breaths here in this forward fold. Come back through center. Let's take that right leg to the outside edge of the left foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, twist to the right. Guide that knee across the body. Draw the right shoulder back, breathing deep. Come back through center, send the right leg long, left leg comes to the outside edge of the right leg. Inhale, lengthen, let's sweep those arms up, and exhale, twist to the left. Come back through center, extend that right foot out. Bring your hips towards your heels, reach forward, slow and control, come all the way down to your back, bending into the knees, planting the feet on the floor. Let's inhale, lift the hips up, engage through the glutes, reach toward the heels, tuck the chin to the chest, big breath in, full breath out. Big breath in, full breath out. Let's hover the hips, hold at a hover, and then lift and squeeze. Hover the hips, hold at that hover, and then lift and squeeze. Let's do one more. Lower the hips to a hover, and lift and squeeze. Let the hips come all the way down. Draw the knees into the chest, wrap the hands around the knees, gently rock from side to side. Let's take our left hand to the left knee, extend the right leg long, and draw that right leg in toward the upper body. Stretching out, lengthening out through the hamstrings. Take a moment, roll out the ankle both directions. And we'll switch it out, bend into the right knee, extend the left foot out, can draw that leg in, roll out the ankle. Knees come through center. Drop both of the knees over to the left. Extend the right arm out. Gaze to the right. Come back to your breath. Knees come back through center. Drop your knees over to the right. Extend the left arm out. Gaze to the left. Couple deep breaths. Come back through center. Let's come into happy baby, reaching for the outside edges of the feet, drawing the knees into the side body. Feet are parallel to the ceiling. Let's shift from right to left. Knees come back through center. Place the feet on the floor, staying bent into the knees. Heel toe the feet out wide toward the edges of the mat. Drop your knees over to the right. Drop your knees over to the left. Let's shift from side to side a couple times. Come back through center, heel toe the feet back toward one another. Send those legs toward the bottom of your mat. Let your palms come palm facing up. Close down your eyes and let's breathe and allow ourselves to absorb the nutrients of our practice. Inhales and exhales through the nose. This practice helps us to increase our energy as we move breath to movement, as we compress in certain joints and then release. That helps the energy to move more freely. This compression happens in our lunges. It happens in our twists. It happens so often throughout our practice that we don't even realize it's happening. Feel that energy flowing through the body. Connect to the breath, inhales and exhales through the nose. Let's take an inhale. Bring the knees to the chest. Wrap the hands around the knees. Gently rock from side to side. And then let's grab the backs of the knees and rock ourselves up. Coming into an easy seat to close out today's practice. Press the palms together. Tuck your chin to your chest. Taking a moment to reconnect to that gratitude. Being grateful for our freedom and being so grateful to those who have fought for our freedom. Thank you for being here, for being a part of this community. I love to hear from you. If you have any comments, if you have anything that you would like to share, please feel free to leave a comment. I do respond personally because I love to hear from people from all over the place. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and share it, favorite it, save it, subscribe, follow, all of the things. The light, the love, the wisdom in me sees, honors, reflects, and encourages the light, the love, the wisdom in you. Namaste. I hope to see you again on your mats very, very soon. Maybe we'll meet here again tomorrow for our Kundalini practice. Until we meet again, may your light be your guide. Have a wonderful day.